What's up, brick builders? Today's build is the Droid Tri-Fighter. Set number 8086. Year it came out was 2010. Age group 7+. Number of parts 268. Price per piece 10 pence. Cost brand new in 2010 was $25.99. Currently now, if you have a mint boxed sealed set, you're looking at £73. Not a bad investment, pretty good. Used, you're looking at £26 to £35. What's up, folks? Sean from BRIT'N Bricks. How you doing? Yes, Friday. Oh, yes, awesome. This is a pretty cool build. It's a very tricky build as well. I think the first time I tried it, it was didn't really understand it too much, but I got better. Okay, I got better. Let's check it out. That's the keyboard. You don't want to see that. So we've got a couple of printed parts. Little canopy there. And the rest of it is stickers. There's stickers on some of the panels and stuff like that. We've got some really cool dark blue. We've got some neon orange 2x2 dishes. And we got these really cool trans red feet looking things. See that? Kind of look like feet. Or legs or claws. So you got those. We got a couple of minifigures in there as well. We got this tri plate, and this is like a video camera part. So that's quite cool. And there's a lot of those in there. Let's crack on. Let's get the instructions up for you so you can see what we're doing. Actually, the instructions online are pretty terrible. It has to be said. You can see like the saturation in the color there is just awful. But we'll do our best. So first off, just make sure that we're all good. Is for the figures, obviously. So we want some brown bodies, and we want the head, and we want some legs. Now these guys have the binocular parts. There's another leg there. There's another leg. There you go. There's the binocular part there that you usually see in some of those sets. It's a jetpack. So it's going to clip onto the back end. And these guys have jetpack. So that's one. And then he's got an arm. And then we go put straight arm. So it's two different arms. Oh, there's another head. We need a body. There's a body. There's another body. There's a head with a yellow part painted on top, kind of designating his rank. We got some more binocular parts. I put his head on back to front, haven't I? Let's turn that around. And you can have an arm. What else we got? Oh, some more arms. This straight arm. And we'll give this guy a blaster. A couple of blaster pistols came with it. So that's one done. I'll get rid of that. That's not going to go. We got a straight arm for this guy. And there's another straight arm, so he can have this one. Oh, we got a yellow blotch on the body. That's for this guy with a yellow head. Totally forgot about that. What else we got? So it's almost like a droid battle pack. I can't hold it. A droid battle pack, but you get vehicles with it as well. So it's kind of a cool value for money set. You do get quite a bit of content from it. I say content. That's this guy. Oh, have I got? Nope, that's fine. Now you need a blaster. I don't think every single droid had a blaster though. I think it's just 3 of them, and one of them was the pilot of the Tri-Fighter. So there's another one. And so this guy's got a blaster. He just needs an arm. Oh. So there it is. And that's the minifigures done. So next we have the tri-piece. So we got that, and then we put in 2 1x1 circular plates. Now are they dark bluish grey or are they black? I think they're dark bluish grey because I don't think I've got any black ones in here. So let's go and put those guys on there. Some more. This is where I go find out that it is black. I'll be like, oh dear, gonna have to take all those off. They were 1x6. No, 1x4. Sorry, 1x4 plates. Those are dark bluish grey, I think. Dark bluish grey, and 1x4 plate. There we go. Dark bluish grey. And then we're going to cap that off with another tri-plate. There's also like propeller bases. That's going to sit on top. And then we've got these blue plates. These marvelous blue plates. They look really, really bright in that picture. I do apologise for the contrast. It's not the computer. It's actually the instructions, how they were, I guess, translated over. They didn't go over too well. Some do, some don't. I try to find some instructions on the internet, and that's kind of what you come up with. All right, so where's another blue 1x2? I need a blue 1x2 plate. Oh wow. It's got to be here somewhere. Is it being covered over by something? Or it's right in front of me. There it is. It was being covered over. Alright, so and then we got these circular, these cylinder, also again in this blue. Gonna put one on each of these fingers. On these points. One cylinders. And then we got these bricks with the 2 studs on either side. So it's actually got 3 studs. It's 1 on either side and then 2 on top. And those are going to go right next to those cylinders. There's quite a few of those in this set. And then we're going to put some more cylinders. Always looks like you never have enough. There's never enough. Right. That one there. Right. So that's those. And flip it over and then put some more of those bricks on there with the studs on this space here for a 1x2 brick. And then while keeping it on, upside down, the neon orange. Now they go onto the pins. They can go off from the pins, but they actually go onto the pins. They do. Oh. There we go. Kind of have to give it a bit of a wiggle. There we go. Now it's working. There we go. It almost looks like a suction thing, doesn't it? Stick it to the window. Flip it back over and we got another tri-plate going on top just to reinforce it all. And there. Smashing. And then these 1x2 plates with the ratchet fingers. I like to call it a ratchet fingers because they've got those little notches in them. See that? Got all these little notches in them, and they really hold angles very, very well. So there's going to be one on each point, like that. And oh, got another tri-point. Got quite a few of those in this. Plates with fingers. Seeing a lot of bricks. I'm seeing a lot of bricks with fingers, but I need a plate. 1x2 plate. Oh my gosh. Or do I? Yeah, I do. I do. Right. Am I looking for something that isn't supposed to be on there? Yeah. Can you guys point out where this plate is? Not seeing. I've seen lots of bricks. Got those. Move stuff to the side there for a bit. And maybe if I sort a few bits and pieces out, I might find it like that. So there's those three, and then we're going to put tiles over the top. 1x4s. Tiles over the top. This dark blue is just really, really nice colour. Like that. Smooth that out. And then we got these 2x3. I don't know what you call them actually. The special plates, I think. And they're going to be hanging down the side. Like so. So you're leaving this stud open. Turn it around. Oh, you're going to put them on each side anyway. So there's quite a few of these. So you want it to the closest to the ratchet fingers there. Turn it around. So keep that open stud on the inside. Alright, turn it around. And that's it. and connecting these guys. Right, so we're making 3 of these, so we're going to do these at the same time. So we've got 2 of these that we're going to connect together like that. And this is what I mean by ratchet, that they really hold angles so well. So we got 2 of those. All right, and another 2. Okay, so we're going to be making 3 of these all at the same time. Another 3. So 1, 2. Come on, make that snap. It didn't make that snap. 3. Is that one done? This will probably take a few parts away from the table. 2. 3. And 1, 2, 3. If I'm correct, that takes all of those bricks. Then we're going to put the cameras on top, and the camera lens is going to be facing the same way as the socket on the brick. We're going to put those on top. I'm guessing it's going to go all the way across. So it's like that. Yes, it is, yep. So camera lens pointing the same way as the socket. This is also going to take a few bricks away, isn't it? Pretty cool elements. Pretty cool elements. And that one. That one. That one. One more. Okay. And on the finger side, we're going to have cheese wedges. We're going to have cheese wedge on the end of each one of these. Cheese wedge like that. Next we're going to put the bricks. Oh, we're going to turn it upside down as well. So yeah, turn it upside down so your cheese wedge is at the bottom there. And then you're going to put these bricks with the studs on either side on the bottom. So yeah, we're using a lot of parts straight away, which is cool. The worst part is when you find you've assembled it wrong, and you've done all 3 of them the same way, and that means that you're just going to have to deconstruct and reconstruct, which I'm sure is what's going to happen here. So, and another brick with stud. That's 2 here. All right, so that's leaving a lot of plates left now. So there's those 3 there. Well, you can see those. Yep. Okay, so still keeping it upside down, we are putting another extension. So it's one of these like arms with the fingers on one side and a socket on the other side, and that is going to fit into the grey socket. So we've got 2 of those. And another one. Yep. And that's those done. I love that snap. And then we got these cylinders going in there as well. And they're going to go onto the pins. Dead center in the pins. Light bluish grey, 1x1 cylinders. This is where things start to fall apart quite easily because these are just sitting there. I mean, they're sitting there quite firmly, but you can start knocking things off, you know. So doing that. Oh, there we go. And it's the small hole going into the pin. That's that. And one more. No, where's the other one? So once you've done this a few times, you could probably get this down pretty quick. That's those 2, 3. Okay, so here's where it gets interesting. There's going to be stickers and stuff, and it shows you the stickers later. So what we got is we've got the cylinders facing us, and that 1x4 has a sticker on it. So I'm going to separate the stickers, the ones with the stickers on them. And let's see, sticker, I think the arrows at the bottom. If you keep the cylinders facing you, the arrows are at the bottom. That's curved like that. So yeah, see now I'm starting to knock off the cylinders. Okay, so I'm going to put that one aside, and we're going to do the same thing with this one, with the right piece, of course. That one there, and we want, yep. And then we're going to do the same thing with the other one. And there, and we want the arrow. And then next, we want a 2x4 tile. Now this has got a print on it. That's not a print, sorry. It's a sticker. And then we've got the 2x4 angled plate. We'll put that aside. We want not that one. That one. So that's going to go there, and then that's a printed one, stickered one. I wish they were printed. That would be cool. Right, so that's going to go there. So that's the same. And we just need the tile, and we need the edge. So we're all ready to move on, and I think these are going to be stickers. Oh, those are stickers, right? Okay, hang on a second. Those stickers. Cylinders. This is where things get a little bit tricky. Right, now we need to find the other one. No. Yes. All right. So now we're back to normal, and then go back a bit. So then we go complete this other half here, and that one there, and another tile. We're gonna go plain tile this time, I think. Plain tile. That's that. I might be wrong. So that one, and plain tile, and plain tile, and again. Completing that. Plain tile. And that's got a arrow on it. I want a 1x4 plain tile. There we go. Cool. Next is to put a angle plate like that on the other side, and it's not going that way, so it's not it. That's the one. So just pop on there. Nope. Yes. And yes. Flipping it over, and the same again. So that one there. Now is that the? I think that's the plain side this time. There's a sticker. There's a sticker, and plain side. Do the same thing on this side. So 1x4, 2x4 angle plate, and plain. Turn it over. Oh, not that one. And not that one either. That's the same one. Right, so we need that one. And then a 1x4 plain. Then we're going to do the black angled plate again. So we've got that's going to be plain. Yes. So this could be plain. And then we've got the black angled. Gonna go there. That's that one. Then we want plain, and then we want the angled. No, not that one. It's that one. And that's done. And then same again. Plain and angle plate. And then we go complete the other side of that angle plate, and we're going to put now then arrows there. So I'm guessing it's this one here, and then that one there. Oh, complete this middle part. Arrows at the bottom where the cylinders are, and arrows there, right? And then just complete the middle part here, and arrows down the bottom, and again at the bottom. Boom. Cool. Then we're just going to finish this edge off here with some more angled plates. Like so. And then we don't seem to have too much blue stuff left over, and we don't seem to have too much stuff left over. So just turn it upside down. So you got the camera, video camera elements. And we're going to be putting my all-time favorite piece, the great plate. It's going to be on the first one. Then you've got a plate with, it's 1x2 with a socket on it. The socket is going to face the first. So it's going to be on that side there. It's going to be on the right-hand side. It's going to fit on the first great plate. Then we're going to follow that with two great plates. Going to make sure I got it the right way up, which I didn't, and that's that. So then we do that again, stand it on the cylinders, have the cameras facing up. We want that piece, and we want a great plate, tile, plate thing on the right hand side. No, that's the wrong kind of plate altogether. So that's a different plate. That's got the socket on the side as opposed to the socket on the top. There you go. That's what we were after. We was after the socket on the top. It's still a 1x2 plate, but as you can see, the sockets are in different areas. Whoops. So it's on the side there. It's on the top. It's the top one we want. So on the right hand side, then it's grate plates. 2 of those. Squeeze it all together. And one more time. Just because we love repetitive build. It's not too bad actually. It doesn't go on forever. Like some builds, like Colosseum, I've never had the pleasure. I know a few people who have, and they say it isn't actually too bad. Right, so then we go take the it's like an arm. Try to find him. There it is. So it's got a cross section for axles, so axles fit in there. In this case, this one does. It's going to have an axle, and then it's going to have a 1x1 coned trans red piece that's going to go on the end of the axle, so it's like that. And then you got fingers on the other side, so this is going to go into the plate that you just popped on top, and it's going to go in like so. No, it's going to go in like so. There you go. There we are. Got it. So we're going to do that on the other two. So we got the cone, and we got cone, and we want the 3-axle. So it's a 3 long axle. So you want to check how long your axles are and stuff. Get a nice big plate with the studs on it. Put it just up against the end, and count how many studs you can get inside. And that is how you can tell how long your axles are. Okay, so that, and then I need the 3-axle goes into the cone, and then we need the finger or the arm, and that's going to go in there like so. And then join them all together. So making sure that the cylinders are making sure the cylinders face up when joining this together, and keeping the neon orange dishes down. You're going to be connecting it to these fingers here. Can be a bit tricky. Just wait for that snap, and yeah, you can knock all sorts of pieces off doing this. So that's another one. It's a good build. It's just a tricky one to actually obtain the desired shape. So we're going to put that aside for now, and we're going to be working on the cockpit. And we got this 2x4 brick that is inverted and also has 2 mounted pins in there, as well as an axle hole. So this is a pretty useful part. I mean, it's got some really good use there. So we got a 2x2 circular plate that's going to go on the bottom of it. And then next we're going to be pinning a dark bluish grey Technic brick with 1 single hole in it. That's going to go onto the rear. So we're going to call this the back. We're going to call this the front. And then we got this where is it? Marvelous 2x2 plate. Where is it? I buried it. There it is. 2x2 plate that has 2 pin holes in it. I'm going to pop that into the front. It should spin. So we'll pin that to the front. And then we are going to put these 1x4 plates with the ratchets sockets on there. The sockets are in the middle of it, and that's going to go halfway across, but it's going to go and cover that whole of that Technic brick with the single hole in it, and half of the plate. And you're going to put another one next to it, so they're going to be side by side. So this is going to be what's going to hold your not your fuselage, your canopies. And we're going to flank each side with dark blue cheese wedges, 1x1 cheese wedges. So we're going to pop those on each side, and they're sloping down to the left and the right. There's those on there like that. Next we've got a I think it's a Technic brick plate bar, because it's got a plate base and then it's got these two pinholes in there, and it's kind of like a bar, and that's going to go onto these last two studs here of the light bluish grey. That's going to go in there. So now you've got 3 holes. And then next we're going to put a small dark bluish grey half pin with a stud on the end. The long part is going to go into the middle hole. So you got these 3 holes here. You got to put it in the middle hole. In the bottom hole, we're going to be putting a pin with a axle on the end. That's going to go in there, so the axle's going to be poking out. That shouldn't move. The other pin, the small pin, should move. And then we're going to be putting this 2 axle hole plate over the top of those pins, like so. And then next thing, we got this. So this is an element that you usually see in engines, because it's like part of the crankshaft, or is it crankshaft, camshaft? And this time you're going to use it in this build here, and it's going to be, you're using the axle hole at the bottom, so the axle that's mounted to it is at the top. Next we got some bit more Technic bits. We got the periscope. We got a 3 axle. It's going to go into the periscope. And then we got this really cool extended fire hydrant. Or you could use this, I suppose, as one of those telescopes on the beach, you know. But in this case, we're going to be using it like a handlebar. So it's going to go in the middle, and then we're going to put another one of these periscopes on top, like that. So make sure your holes are facing the right way, which they are not on this. So turn them like up. So you got the bar going to the right, and the holes are facing up. And then we are going to attach that to the axle hole in the top of that 2 axle hole plate. That's going to go in the top there, like that. And then we got a 3 axle going into the bottom of this circular plate. That's the last 3 axle. That's just going to go push that in there. It might a little bit of resistance, but just give it a bit of a push. All right, this is going to show you exactly how it's going to sit. And yeah, it's not the strongest build. Where did that come from? Come on. Where's there is. There we go. Right. So it looks like in the picture the cylinders are facing, so that's okay, that's cool. And you've got this axle hole here in the middle of the tri-plates, and that's where That's where this axle is going to fit. But you want it to be at the right angle. So what we're going to do first is we're going to find out which way it's facing. So the best way to do it is find the arm that has the cross running with the same line as that particular arm. In this case, it's this one going this way here. So I want it turned that way, and then I can just match up the axle without anything falling off, and it should drop in like so. There you go. It's in line with that one there. So we got some missiles. So we've got this bar that has the collar on it, or a raised, yeah, I'm going to say there's kind of a collar on there, or a stopper. And then we're going to put a dark bluish grey cylinder down on top of it. And you go the big hole, because that piece is going to fit inside that big hole. If you do it the other way, it's just going to sit on top of it, and you get a tiki light. There you go. I just made a mock, a tiki light. Right, so I think we've got 2 of these, 3 of these, not sure. And then you're going to put the 1x1 cylinder, no, cylinder cone, 1x1 cone on top. And then you're going to put another 1x1 cylinder up through the bar. So it goes through like so. So you've got them those three connected. Then you put the what looks like rocket fins after that. And then, so you got that kind of rocket thing going on there. Looks quite cool. And then you got this pin with the bar and the stud, and that's going to go in the base of the rocket. So now you've got this really extended missile, and got 2 of those. So those are going to load into those periscopes, and they just push out. That's all there is to them. So we're going to do 2 of those. So I'm just going to build the other missile. And there. Oops. And there. Like that. And then the pin. Like that. And pop it into place. Next is the cockpit itself. You get the 2 pieces here, and I don't think it really matters which way because the pattern is the same, but the hinges have got to be on the same side, obviously. So just place them in, and place them in gently, because you could crack this plastic if you push too hard. So just place them in gently, and place them in like straight. If you place them at an angle, it might make it a little bit awkward for you, and then just push down on the base of it like that, and then they open and close. Cool. And we go curl the arms around now. So this is where we find out I've mounted this is wrong. This is the one that fell off as well, isn't it? Yep. So other way, because I need the tubes up, because this is how it bends. So just gently curve them over, and then make it so it's kind of close to the ball. So again, if I do a side thingy, just close them, and then make it get close to the ball. Close them. Oh, I got that one. And there you have it so far. So this is the bottom, and this will be the top. Another tri-plate, and same again with the dark bluish grey 1x1 plates on each finger. Get quite a few pieces for this. Oh, right. Okay, so we're doing the 1x2 plate, but with the socket on the side. And you're going to have the sockets facing out, not in to the middle, but facing out. So it's like that and that. So it's all three of them. And then you go close it off with the last tri-plate. Like that. Give it a nice tight squeeze. And then we got these 1x2 sloped bricks. And the slopes are going off the edge towards the sockets. Okay. It's sloping down towards each socket. So you can't have that. And next we're going to take the bar again with the stopper. And this time we're going to be taking a axle connector, I would say. You're going to drop the connector or the pin or the bar, sorry, through the connector, and then keep hold of it at the bottom, turn it around, and then you put this connector sleeve, put your thumb behind it so you don't push it out again, and you push the sleeve all the way up. It can be quite tough, can be resistant. And then that is going to sit in the middle of this tri-plate, like that. And just line those up for fun. And then we have the Technic plate with a raised, I don't know what to say. It kind of looks like a crank handle. You know, it's like an old car crank handle, especially when you put an axle in it so you can turn the handle. It's like a winder. Anyway, you're going to have the raised part facing away from you, and then at the bottom of that, on the other side, is going to be the axle. It's a 2-axle, this. And the axles are going to hold these trans red claw feet pointy pieces, and there's only 2 of those, so get the 2-axle opposite side of the raised piece, and then just pop the trans red piece on there, and then they're going to attach to each of these axle pieces here. So you got the raised part is going in towards like that. So that. And then you're going to do, I think there's another one, is it? Nope. It's the 2x2 circular plate, and you're going to be putting a 2x2x2 cone on top of that circular plate. Slowly rotate it around so that you can try and find out where it sits in place, and then it's going to sit on the end of this bar like that. So all you do is just push it down, holds place. And we got the last bar, and again with the stopper, go take the 1x1 cone, pop that on top. It should, that stopper should go inside the cone, and then you just go drop that through the whole of the bigger cone all the way down. Then we're going to attach that, so we're going to turn this upside down so it's kind of sitting like that. We're going to attach that to these last 3 fingers here. So could be a bit tricky, Also, make sure you got it the right way around as well, because these red pieces here are supposed to be on the top. So when you're looking at it, those red pieces are supposed to be on the top, not at the bottom there, like that. So this is the bottom, this is the top. So I want those two red pieces to be on this side here, on the right hand side. I'm gonna pop that into the fingers there, and then just give it one or two bends, like just one, and then get the other one in there, keeping it still sitting on its engines. Pop the other one in there, and it's in. Last but not least, these engine coverings, by the looks of things. So these like wheel arch plates. First time I've actually used these, but they're like wheel arch plates, and the arch piece is going to be closest to the engines. Okay, so you're gonna do 3 of those. Just slowly rotate it around like that. And the final piece is the cone with the axle, and just go pop it in the middle of the tri-plate on the back for the engine, like, get it lined up like that, and it kind of finishes off. Now it won't stand on its it won't stand on its engines now, so I'm not quite sure about that. But there you go, the Tri-Fighter, folks. The Droid Tri-Fighter actually looks really, really cool. It's got some clever design to it. It's fiddly. That's what it is. You're just gonna have to have some patience. Let's just get rid of that. Just gonna have to have some patience with it. It looks fantastic, though. I mean, it does look pretty genius. Whoever came up with the design on this was very good. You got your launching projectiles here. You got your opening canopy here, which isn't too easy to get to. Now it's all put in place, but your minifigure sits inside there. Oh dear, I haven't closed it up straight. Look at that. It's kind of off. There we go. Yeah, it is quite showy. Not much functionality to it, really. Could probably make some pretty interesting builds out of it. Get a few droids. Nothing really too much to write home about this until you get to this guy here. He's got the yellow dot in the middle of his chest there, and he's got the yellow stripe on the back of his head there. Well, there you go, folks. Another build, another Star Wars build. It looks really cool. It's very tricky. I'm not going to say that it's not for not for mature people or anything like that, because anybody can do this. Just have some patience with it, and it will be all good. If not, come back to it again later on. For me, when I first put it together, I'll be honest with you, it was a challenge. It was a challenge, and I was building it with my younger daughter at the time. She was, let me see, 9. She was 9 at the time, and yeah, it took us a little bit of time to actually work it out. I mean, we hadn't done Lego in a while, but yeah, stick to it. Just be really cool with it, and it will work out. If not, like I say, you can always come back to it, can't you? Or destroy it and make something else out of it. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs down if you didn't. If you didn't, or you did, drop a comment. Let us know what you think. Have you got this? Do you agree that it's a bit of a tricky one? And yeah, what's your thoughts on it as well? Drop a line. Let us know in the comments below. Also, give us a thumbs up, and I've already done that one. The like and subscribe. Hit that button. Thank you so much. I am Sean from BRIT'N. Peace.